spend your hard-earned bits on these quality Antes goods or services.
Say, hold up there, friend. Watch out. That way's a minefield.
Ha! I laugh at danger. I'm a go-getter. Whoosh! That's the sound of me throwing caution to the wind. While the herd wait for permission, I see my opportunity and take it. I hand make my own luck. Don't follow the herd. Eat Purpleberry Crunch by Antes Choice. Every flavor-filled morsel is packed with the pep and pertinacity you need to succeed. Are you a get-up-and-go-getter?
Fine, fine. Let us proceed.
I don't know about you, but I could use something a little more upbeat right about now. Like this.
We've got your candy.
That's tobacco.
Come taste this candy.
That's tobacco.
If you started young, it's twice the fun.
That's tobacco.
Rubber candy.
That's tobacco.
If folded coffin bothers you, don't worry, you can chew it too.
Initiate Carrington, audio log entry, 10. My orders were to watch for the enemy. Specifically, to never break line of sight to my assigned field of view. But I can hear them advancing along the shore to the south. It's fine. Others have been assigned that field of vision. This is the most efficient method of defense. Architect, they're getting closer. Perhaps I'm taking my orders too literally. I'll just peek. No. Trust in the equation. Trust in those greater than I in the order. I will keep looking forward for enemies from that vector. I am not afraid. I am not afraid. I have faith that the architect...
This one appears to have been too terrified to even look at us. I almost feel bad killing him. Almost.
So smoke that
That's tobacco.
favorite candy.
Tobacco.
A medical expert man. You buy a bunch and a friend.
personnel encountering parties from the aforesaid societal castoffs are advised to shoot first, upsell products to... Now, on to other things. This is for anyone out there who just lost out on a big promotion. Keep your chin up. Next time.
Are you stuck on the ground? Impact a colon got you down. Well, trust Auntie's chemical purge is far better than natural cures.
Now this is just sloppy. If I wasn't already here to kill all these traitorous fools, I'd be able to use one or two as an example to the rest.
Don't flounder at the bottom. Be a raptor in the slipstream.
We can hear those prickly little grub fingers of yours.
Stop your silliness, fool! The only ones losing body parts around here today are you and your traitorous friends!
In a rut. 'Cause stuff is stuck in your gut. And he brings you the pill that fixes all your ills. Oh, lift off, fly free. No longer does my packed intestine dictate where I have to be. Oh, lift off, break free.
0.36 cubed divided by this. Look at the state of this poor fool. They just left her bleeding out? There's a cultist behind you! Wait, surely she isn't with you. Fine. Just please keep her away from me. Architect's mercy, thank you. It is so much easier to be polite when I needn't fear all of my bones sliding out of my body. Oh, dear Archivist Clemens has been so strange lately. So distant, so agitated. And not his normal agitation, mind you. This is something different. Much worse. He's like a wire stretched beyond its breaking point. Never a harsh word to anyone, but being in his presence, well, it's as if his stress is infectious. Best not to push him. He's deeper in the facility, working on something he deemed to be of the utmost importance. Either he is still below, continuing said work, or he is quite dead. And with all those cultists gallivanting about, I don't fancy his odds.
Please, with the way my so-called brethren are comporting themselves, he's more likely to die of boredom. If I was in charge here, all of you'd be dead. He soon will be.
Yes. I'm sure you'll kill them quite well. The crazed cultist, people like your friend here have been sowing destruction throughout the range for days. I've seen few firsthand, but that isn't because they've gone. Rather, I believe they have become visibility deficient. Oh, there's no such thing as invisibility. I can only theorize that their visual forms were sent out of phase when they haphazardly tampered with pressurized N-rays.
Their actions are inexcusable. Science allows us to unveil the wonder of the rifts. We do not disrespect it. Now, is there any science around here we can use to find and kill them?
It's a shame the facility is in shambles. We have an N-ray scanner device that may render the cultists far easier for one to locate.
It's the only cigar that says I'm in charge. It's an Uncle Wentworth Belvedere Stout.
The scanner is an optical device designed to detect electrical signals and the N-rays given off by all living beings. Visible or not, it was stored nearby. But with the damage to the facility, you'll likely need to use the maintenance vent on the wall there behind the screen to get anywhere near it. I appreciate your aid. I'm going to wait here and try to prevent my wounds from.
There's the N-ray device that Exemplar Foxworth mentioned.
Enemy spotted.
Ridiculously catchy number was sponsored by the Department of Invasive Marketing. Just try to get it out of your head. This one reminds me of the morning we drove the Protectorate from Fairfield. A good day for personal freedom and fair trade.
That's you and there's no doubt. Faster, gonna keep you down and out. We say sweet success can be the best revenge. Raise your spirits high with liquid confidence. You know you're shooting to the top. You show.
Doors open. Time to make a way.
So take your shot, don't blow it. Throw back a shot and throw it. Gee whiz, that's sushi whiskey.
You've opened the way forward. Very good work. I appreciate your help. Dying makes it so difficult to see the results of your theses.
must leave. Is that a cultist with you?
Don't worry. I'm not like these idiots running around here haplessly. If I was here to kill you, it would be no random thing. You'd know it. Are we here to kill this guy, Commander?
Auntie's choice of any legal responsibility in perpetuity throughout the galaxy. Okay, back to business. Next up, something reasonably heavy. Please consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently allowed.
Crab witch, a sandwich made from crab will make some mighty fine treat. Crab witch, a sandwich you want to eat. A crabble sandwich is so easy to eat, but only once our chemistricians process the meat to turn a bottom feeder into instant lunch. It's like a branding feat. The brownie crabble says it can't be beat. Best of all, this tasty flesh is deemed safe to eat. Crabble can be more than just a solvent-based glue. Now it's good for me and you. Crab witch, sandwich made with crabble makes a mighty fine treat. Crab witch, it's the sandwich you want to eat.
Victor, I fully understand the importance of your work. This is exactly why I push you so. Your moral justifications for delaying your delivery are misguided. Dead is dead. What matter is it if their ends come in 1 minute or 3? If you seek to be humane in your duties, fine. So long as I get the explosives in time. But if we fail to act, the order will be lost forever. Collateral damage was always inevitable, Victor. You knew this. And the longer you take in your laboratory, the greater your risk of being caught becomes. If that happens, you know what must be done. But I should remind you that such a failure will result in vastly more suffering for all parties involved. We need those explosives now, Victor. Let's finish this.
Crabble doesn't have to be a threat to consume, but eat it for we treat it and you'll end up dead soon. Don't try to make your own crabble repast. Trust me when I say that it'll be your last. So leave fresh crabble to your favorite aunt. Better once it's passed through her industrial plant. Wild crabble slide for a lubricant. If you hurt, you can't eat 'em. Yes, it's true, you can't. Crab witch, consume at your own risk. Crab witch, it tastes almost decent. Crab witch, it's the sandwich you want to eat.
Investigating hot.
For music and the latest from the front line. Sponsored by Auntie's Choice. Coming live. Unbridled self-betterment. Auntie's employees can hardly express the extent of this tragedy. This cruel attack. Lost agents of the cold-hearted protectorate just sent the Fox relay station crashing down on their own town of Westport, leveling it. Local loss of civilian life is expected near total. This is one of the worst catastrophes I've witnessed on peaceful citizenry. The Protectorate talk much about their high-minded values and belief in community, but the view's awfully clear right now from our moral high ground. Retro look toward the future. Expect retribution, swift and terrible. Now, on to other things. This one goes out to all those aspiring to climb the rungs of their department. May you ascend swiftly, through talent or get down.
much for dealing with those
What? Where? I thought we dispatched with all of those traitors, charlatans. Fine, just trying to...
I can see it would be best for me to tactically overlook your comrade. Very well. I see you possess our N-ray scanner. Ooh, ingenious device. If I'd had it, I may have evaded being trapped here. Oh, I shouldn't have had to worry. Damn that Victor, and damn his hubris. Fitting that his experiment would cause so much strife, that he would be untouched by the ensuing pandemonium.
Taste you can't top. From that first smooth inhale to the...
Pardon my excitement. It's been an eventful day. I don't know the specifics, only that Victor was performing a procedure utilizing processed N-rays. When those cultists flooded the range, they damaged the N-ray canisters. In the ensuing chaos, Victor's experiment was destroyed. I know some cultists were killed, but many more still live, moving unseen through the range.
The brave employees of said colony the products they need to survive in time. Thank you so much for tuning in to the one wireless station in Arcadia that doesn't tell you what to think, only what to buy.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
Because he refused to follow procedure. He didn't take an assistant or allow anyone to see his data, and now it's all consigned to oblivion. What a waste. There's no such thing as invisibility. The cultists are out of phase. Also, I strongly recommend against exposing yourself to processed N-rays. Most of the cultists died immediately upon exposure, and according to past experiments, those that haven't are experiencing accelerated organ liquefaction. But if you're not attached to the solid state of your organs, I suppose it might be nice to be less visible for a few hours.
Testing to do means cheaper prices for you. Auntie is the best choice. Feel the benefits of spending.
Although it requires further investigation and experimentation, out of phase refers to a shift in the dimensional presence of these cultists. They are physically here, but only partially, hence their unseen state. It's fascinating. But the outstanding fear for my life has made it difficult to think scientifically. Yes, well, I have some spare resources. I intend...
Try, never settle for less. It's true what they say, money buys happiness. Work extra shifts, you can sleep less.
the countless voices screaming in your head not to.
It's like sour milk and expired medicine. Despite this balefully rebarbative mouthfeel, I feel great!
Everyone knows Salubrious concoction is supposed to taste good. That's how you know it's working.
Fish restorative elixir. Additional health benefits, none of the delicious taste. New from Auntie's Choice. Where nature ends, we begin. Right. Moving on. Now, here's a song to take your mind off your worries. Unless you're being hunted by a pack of Raptidons and such.
Damage, Commander.
Workers into gear, and he asked for a new spin that keeps minds crystal clear. Test subjects worked all day, but they shouldn't their brain. Presenting liftoff laxative hose. Accidents happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose parts on the job. Progress costs an arm a leg, sometimes even more. But that's what John O'Doc discounts for. Accidents happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose parts on the job. Management regrets your loss, but hey, that's a win. Sometimes getting ahead means giving up a limb. Sometimes getting ahead means giving up a limb. Sometimes getting ahead means giving up a limb.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
I never wanted this situation to escalate like this. You must understand. But now, all that I wanted is cast to the wind. There is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia, to ensure the future, we must both die.
Stay Hungry Meal Pack, featuring our finest pre-sliced bread and dehydrated water tablets. Specially
I was warned that you would attempt to. You would use subterfuge to sway me. I cannot allow this. I cannot allow our efforts to be in vain. If DeVries does not receive my explosive, she will resort to a violent assault. Many will die, pointlessly, and in agony. I can at least deliver them an instant, painless death. I thought this explosive vest would be an unnecessary precaution. All I can hope is that by blasting us both from the field of play, the Order shall find its way to truth. Want has nothing to do with it. I have very specific instructions on how to proceed in the face of contingencies such as yourself. And you cannot possibly understand whether I am or am not capable of martyrdom. You do not know my depth of character. At the end of all things, my decisions were predestined. I am not at liberty to divulge the reasoning behind my actions. You're not with the Order. You cannot understand why this would be. Could I explain, the words would be lost on you.
I beg to differ. I'd likely understand any analytical or theoretical justification you claim to have better than you do, scientician.
I heard tell of an Order operative recently being spotted in the field. A legendary figure who'd been absent for years. One who'd be eminently capable of understanding the difficult decisions that must be made for humankind's ascension. That's you, isn't it? The end point?
You are correct, Victor. I am the endpoint, and I am well equipped to understand your reasoning, should it be sound.
Very well. Very well. I can spare words with you, explain my perspective. It won't prevent me from doing what I must. If the Order is not prevented from reaching its true potential and solves the universal equation, all scientific uncertainty and any associated suffering will end. If what you say is true, then you have my tentative thanks. However, scientific certainty would absolutely have prevented that from happening. We would have predicted it. DeVries opened my eyes. The Order is on the path to absolute truth. And if they are not interrupted, this truth can be pursued. The one right path for humanity revealed to us. Politics cannot bind us. Uncertainty cannot strangle. And no one can be allowed to waltz in and hurl our plans into disarray.
Run, don't walk to spend your hard-earned bits on these quality Antes goods or services. Our Recreant Reclamation and Artificial Additives Division has proudly announced
What? How do you not understand the present situation? What coward would strap an explosive device to himself?
Chemical plants, slaughterhouses, and stockyards. Not only does it save the company a fortune, it's so unnaturally sweet it's almost unbearable.
We believe so much in this delicious...
That's not all this. Helping DeVries, completing the work on my explosives is important. It matters. DeVries agrees.
Antes choice. We put the art in artificial.
What nature made accidentally, we created...
Augustine couldn't have done such a thing. She was on a secret mission at the time.
Yes, well, enough of that, I suppose.
This one goes out to all
I
those aspiring...
don't wish to believe you, but this,
talent or
what you're saying, has the ring of truth to it. I've been a fool going along with this farce. But it stops now. My relationship with Augustine is at an end.
This poor fool seemed intent on doing himself and us both. Impressive work convincing him otherwise. What say I have a go at him with my disemboweling knife? See what he knows.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it.
You're alive. like to boast, but I am quite the artiste with a knife.
I believe that's another thanks I owe you. You certainly keep interesting company. I found a way to, via the use of processed N-rays, send objects out of phase. It was inconsistent, but I was close to isolating the procedure. DeVries needed explosives for her plan. By making them unseen, the explosives could be placed as efficiently as possible. No one would be maimed or injured, just killed. Saying that out loud now, it sounds unreal. But somehow, I convinced myself that leaving no survivors was more humane. It's a shame I can't speak to a vicar. Here, it is the key to my quarters. Take whatever you find. That will ensure that I cannot use any of it to further DeVries' aims, even if I wanted to.
Now Spectre vodka comes in brown. All the colors, don't overthink it. Step it back and drink it. Drink it.
I appreciate your consideration. Things could have been very different had your cooler head not prevailed. You certainly convinced me I cannot remain here. May we meet again, when the paths of our lives are at greater apexes.
Drink it down.
Pick it up, tip it up, bug it down.
It's Fizzos, we love Fizzos, Spectrum Vodka. It's Fizzos, we love Fizzos.
And now it's available in mysterious murky brown.
Fizzos, Spectrum Vodka.
You're tuned to Wireless Free Arcadia, the best things in sliced breadworm. Now with 110% more music, entertainment, news, and product placement. Under only one circumstance will Wireless Free Arcadia report hearsay. If it makes the competition look bad. So now, here's juicy horror from protectorate territory. Frontline scuttlebutt has it the Sovereign is missing in action. He's supposedly their
My fellow loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
Seer Wiley isn't very good at this whole seer business, is he? Nice of him to just hand us the code like that. We should remember to mock him for that as he bleeds out.
We've got your candy. some candy.
That's tobacco.
Your rubber candy.
That's tobacco.
Before that cough and bothers you, don't worry, you can chew it too.
Boy, damn it! We've killed every traitor in this place, but their treasonous scum of a hierarch wasn't among them. The leader of a cell. In this case, that would be Ziegler. And extinguishing him is obviously our next priority. They were operating under his orders. But since he wasn't here to lead them in person, they would have maintained regular contact using one of our communication devices. I saw one of them earlier. We should go see what information it will yield to us. I'll mark your map with its location.
I appreciate your help. Dying makes it so difficult to see the results of your theses.
You want your candy.
It's tobacco.
Delicious candy.
It's tobacco.
Get your candy.
That's tobacco.
You want your candy.
That's tobacco. Candy, tobacco.
Broadcasting only the most profitable news, music, and honest product endorsements, this is Wireless Free Arcadia, the voice of Auntie's Choice.
Salutations, Arcadia. Auntie Cleo here with a direct message to all Protectorate subjects listening in. I'm afraid you've been fed a lot of hooey about all of us at Auntie's Choice. Your so-called superiors would have you believe we're unscrupulous interlopers, intent on stealing the very bread off your plate. Tut-tut! No! Nothing could be farther from the truth. Listen to your auntie. They say they offer you direction, meaning, purpose. We say that's a fancy way of stating you're their slave. They say you're part of a community. We say you're just part of the herd. At Auntie's Choice, we respect the individual. We're providers, liberators, spreading free trade and self-betterment throughout the galaxy. As the head of our corporation, I'm here to tell you personally, it's never too late to rebrand and start anew. Join us, embrace freedom, revel in choice. Auntie's Choice.
Now, upward and onward. I consider this song a real standout number. Assuming you have taste, you surely will as well.
Hey, you there! Need a smoke that distinguishes you from the average oaf? Well, look no further.
Wow, that's large!
It's the only cigar that says I'm in charge. Uncle Wentworth, Belvedere Stout. When they see me coming, they shout. Chance a glance at me with these. They know that I'm a VIP. It's a Wentworth Stout, and it says with pride that I'm a #1 top bonafide. In any crowd, I'm sure to stand out within Uncle Wentworth.
came at us from the scrapper side? You must be more powerful or foolish. You're dangerous. Can't be their handlers.
That's Uncle Winslow. Belvedere.
Up and at 'em! Swear you take more. Kindly don't interrupt me. Training Mantisaurs is enough of a headache without answering a stranger's question.
Employees of said colony the products they need to survive in time. Next up, being reasonably peppy. Please consult your employee handbook to determine if damage is presently allowed.
Are you stuck on the ground?
Someone's bucking for a promotion.
Down, well, trust anti-chemical purge is for better than natural cures. Oh, lift off, fly free. No longer does my packed intestine dictate where I have to be. Oh, lift off, take wing. Don't flounder at the bottom. Be a
Looks like
raptor
few
in
made it.
midstream.
Probably could use some help.
Did that blast give me a dunder? Or is some damn stranger walking into my area of operation right after we've been attacked? You got any reason I oughtn't have you shot? Yeah? Well, what exactly makes you so sure of that?
In a rut, 'cause stuff is stuck in your gut. And he brings you the pill.
Huh. Interesting. Did he say who he thinks did hit us? Not that it matters, I suppose. Not like we can muster a counterattack or anything. But even if I did believe you, so what?
Oh, lift off, break free. Once again, be a go-getter. Climb the ladder with impressive speed.
Seriously? You expecting me to ring up Auntie and tell her, hello, Maven of all marketing? Just letting you know that this scrutinization officer says everything's hunky-dory. You've clearly been out in the Dorado sun for too long.
Are you stuck on the ground? Impacted colon got you down. Well, trust Auntie's chemical purge. Far better than natural cures. Oh, lift off.
Ah, an offer for transaction. Now you're talking my language. Didn't reckon you was someone sympathetic to our ways. It just so happens we might be able to trade services. Normally, I wouldn't admit this kind of weakness. It's bad practice. But I'm really in the squeeze, and you might be useful. Lately, my luck's been right miserable. I got enemy sneak attacks. I got grunts murdering each other. I got unsanctioned power struggles. And it all risks reflecting badly on me. You cut down the number of issues that are vexing me, and I'll send you word of peace and harmony up the chain. What's good for me is good for you, see? Quid pro quo. Or, if all that sounds like too much work for you, there are other ways to curry my favor. Make me believe your good intentions. Encourage me to take your side. That bomb that hit us, it was filled with uranium. So not only did it kill us the good old-fashioned way, it also caused serious poisoning. My contract medicalist over there is literally up to her elbows in it, her hourly rate is ridiculous, and our damn autodocs have gone on the fritz from the workload. You get her the compression coil she needs to make the autodocs work, and that should cut her billable hours in half, and then I'll send your message.
Don't spill a drop of that arachnid discharge. And what each animal brings to the table. Auntie Cleo says the universe is...
Now, you know that's an irrevocable deal, right? As in, please remember it's legally binding, and I will sue you if you fail to get it done. So don't let either of us down.
Hunter. Brought to you by Auntie's
Please
Choice
tell
of
me
Drinks.
there's a damn good reason you're back. That's right, I do. How does solving a murder strike you? There's been a murder at one of our forts. A trooper's accused of poisoning her senior officer for some preposterous reason. Problem is, I'm already short on medical specialists. The last thing I can do is waste one for days just to find out if she did or didn't toxify him. Go find out who done it, and I'll send the message you're asking for.
Think of Crabbles as the star wingers of the animal kingdom, but with
Now, you know that's an irrevocable deal, so don't let either...
omnivorous, a 10-bit word that means everything's on the menu. From your head to your boots. Not a pleasant way to go. Here on Eden, we find a few breeds. The Hammerclaw is a hull-headed rascal. Lives up to its name. Packs a wallop up close. The Bullet Claw breed lobs plasma from its claw joints. They'll get you coming and going. You'll find various breeds adapted to their environments across Arcadia. Use your upper story when loading up for a hunt. Consider the habitat. Crabbles on Paradise Island hate a good jolt. Really sticks in their claw. My security team tells me we'll find a herd of Hammerclaws on yonder beach. Let's go close the deal. Huh. Beach is empty. Not a creature is stirring. Someone on my team is getting quite the vigorous dressing down. Wait, what's that in the sand? They dig! They can burrow! Underhanded rascals! Security team! Shoot them! How could you let anything that big sneak up on me? All right, okay, I'm fine. Just let's crack the shell and see what's inside. Crabble meat is fragrant and inedible. The chemistricians in anti-R&D can process that goop with flavorings and hygiene. Bad lot of good that does you.
Sorry, I just recognized that
Resourceful
voice
types
as
can shuck
James
Crabbles for
Burbank,
their shells and
Super
plasma
Venture
plates.
Brothers,
Good
series
crafting
Dr. Venture.
fixins. You're limited only by your ingenuity and risk tolerance for being clawed to pieces. I've had enough of that for one hunt. So with that, I raise a glass of Anti-Fizzo's Crabble juice and bid you bottoms up to your bottom line.
More quality broadcasting coming right up. Alrighty then, it's well past time for more merry melodies.
Whenever I had to eliminate someone as head intercessor, I always enjoyed the challenge of making it look like an accident.
Oh, what fun! What sort of accidents?
Oh, the typical casual causalities of casualties. Choking on a fab witch, drowning in the bathtub, falling down stairs, faulty life support systems, tripping into an incinerator.
Oh, those I've killed all die from accidents too. Drowning in their own blood, falling on my dagger, their heads fall off.
They explode. That's the right idea, dear. But you need to work on the execution.
Work on my execution. Got it. Thanks for the lesson.
Hey, stranger! Please, you gotta help me. They're gonna railroad me into a guilty verdict, and I'll be declogging sewer sediment tanks until I'm dead enough to mulch. Durbin! Oh, that's great! He's bound to see the truth of this and let me go. Abner's trying to pin this on me, and it ain't right. I got a bunch to say. First, I say I'm no murderer. Second, I say there was no reason to do it. Third, I'd say that I actually like Chief Cuddy. I mean him no harm. He'd get you extra shifts if you asked, and only ding your pay if you really screwed up. And sometimes, if you really had to go, he'd even cover your bog breaks, pro bono. I'd never have hurt the chief, even if you offered to pay me to do it.
killed Cuddy. I was there. That's why they think I did it. And he was fine. Well, he was fine up until he wasn't, and then he just swole up and died. But the way he swole up, it's something Cuddy always said might happen. Only it don't make no sense that it happened now.
One recent fiscal year to kick workers into gear.
We were eating chow at our
And
post.
he asked for
Cuddy
new
asked me to
spin
try his
that
because it
keeps my
tasted
bristle
funny.
clear.
But I tried it and it was
His
fine,
puppets
just
worked
like
all
mine.
day, but they
Then
shit
he
out
just
all their
swole up,
brains.
turned blue, and died. I made a ruckus, which called everyone in, and all they saw was him dead and me fine. So Security Officer Abner charged me with murder and threw me in here.
Hats off to fly workers who lose parts
I've got no idea. We ate the same thing. The exact same thing. Came from the same pot, even. It was Sisty stew, fresh from the can, served just the way Auntie would do it. But it was exactly what Cuddy said would happen if he ate Crabble. He was deathly allergic to Crabble. But there ain't no Crabble in Sisty stew. Yup. Cuddy had told everybody about his allergy, repeatedly, over and over, constantly. Nobody would have served him Crabble knowing that. But that's still gotta be how he died. So, I need you to talk to Security Officer Abner, remind him of the allergy, and let him toss all my gear. He won't find Crabble anywhere. No, that was days ago, and they tossed out the rest of the stew. So I don't even know if the docs will still be able to tell it was allergies that did in Cuddy.
Brought to you by Auntie's Choice.
He will. He has to. It's the truth.
Building a better Eden, where the skilled and imaginative may rise. Why settle when you can thrive?
Oh, yes, that's a milestone worth noting. Now I've seen everything.
Mental refreshment. And we have one thing to say. Is that it? No physical refreshment? Like the kind you
in
feel
charge?
from a sick
Don't you
uncle
mean
of a
the
very
executive
busy
is in
or
charge?
from shopping out
Of course
selections
that's
of
what I meant.
remedies such
Whether I
as
say
basic
pee
and
or wee,
acid.
it's all the same.
The body is just as important as the mind, and the body needs things like deep-fried Sisty bits and mock apple shakes all day, every day. Come see Auntie, dearies. Auntie cares about you. Just a little bit more.
Okay, back to business. Now for something a little different, tonally, if not thematically.
Well, what have we here? You couldn't look less Auntie's Choice if you tried. So what are you doing in our fort? Durbin sent you? Why? You certainly ain't a certified pre-inhumation inquisitor. Oh, lovely. And just what is it you think you can do for me? You ain't even carrying a masticating tissue scrutinator. You just gonna guess what manner of poison killed folk? So far as I can tell, it's a simple case of killing to get ahead. Chief Cuddy and Trooper Bardot were sharing a table for supper. There was nothing wrong with the food. The whole fort ate the same thing. And 10 minutes later, Cuddy was bloated, discolored, and looking all to law like he'd been poisoned. There are no other suspects, just Bardot. She swears she's innocent, but they always say that. And I can't possibly figure how that could be. Yes. I walked over, saw Cuddy's body, saw Bardot screaming her fool head off, and I put her in cuffs. Case closed. Now, I'm waiting for a specialist to affirm my theory, so I can get on with my other 1,000 duties need doing. You wouldn't believe what this mess is taking out of my schedule. What? How could that be? I made the stew myself and every one of us ate it. What? That's ridiculous. It was nothing but canned Sisty stew. Stew that I can... Oh. Oh no. Oh, did you say Crabble? Well, he told everyone that. But that ain't exactly the same as it actually being true. See, Cuddy was what you'd call a complainer. He complained about the food. He complained about the weather. He complained about his bunk. He complained about everything. He's also somebody's nephew. Some junior executive. And if you gave him reason enough to complain about you, he'd take it up with his uncle, and it'd come back down in your head. Law, no. Or at least, not on purpose. Half his gripes were really nothing but reasons to grouse. But if you push back too hard, he'd run to his uncle. So most of us just ignored him, assuming he was constantly full of it. And didn't think twice about doing things like stretching the stew with canned crabble stock. What? No, it was an accident. Nobody would have, at least nobody'd mean to. Law, his uncle is gonna see me transferred to mid-operation engine cleaning on the claim. Unless... Hey, how'd you like to make some bits? Some real bits? And keep a tragic accident that'll lead to the end of a promising career. Total secret. Well, no. Not yet you haven't. See, I can't just let Bardot go. And even worse, since there's apparently nobody coming to do an autopsy, I might have to just send Bardot to the claim to start her sentence on all available evidence. Absolutely. Come on now. You need to recon...
You've returned. Is there a reason you're looking to monopolize my invaluable time? That depends. How do you feel about mantisaurs? No, I do not. In fact, unless you're here to report success in one of my endeavors, I'd prefer you leave. You return again and again like a particularly unshakable rash. Is there some compelling cause?
Well, this is
wonderful. And with your sincerity assured by the bits in my pocket, I feel... Now, if you'll excuse me...
That's bugged.
Tranquilization, so sweet and swift. Still be on time for your next shift. Num num.
Got a bad feel about this line, huh?
Do you believe our children shall ever
Featuring product advertisements specifically tailored to free-thinking individuals.
Schism between the Protectorate and the Order?
Grand Architect! First an attack. Agent! Oh, thank good. A rogue faction has taken over the To make matters worse, my access code's not working. Without it, I've no way of calling the lift.
Protectorate just sent the Fox relay station crashing.
No. No, I've known Landon for years. You must be mistaken. If what you say is true, that is damning evidence indeed. But why would he do it? align himself against the Order? Against a friend?
High ground. If I could venture a look toward the future, expect retribution.
That's a serious accusation. Why would I do such a thing?
Now, on to other things.
I can't discuss this right now. The peace talks. Yes, Ruth informed me, but how did you learn of them? No one outside a select circle are supposed to be representatives of Auntie's Choice in the Order are meeting to discuss an armistice and possible collaboration. It's an unprecedented opportunity to shorten this war. I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to the success of most of the Order's operations. I wish I could offer more details than that.
Every last bit that I'm paid, every last bit that I save is intended.
If this De Vries is responsible... but I'm afraid I won't be accompanying you. I can't be sure my presence wouldn't alter the outcome of your efforts in prodigious... Once you reach the monastery, make your way to the observatory. If the conspirators are seeking the coordinates of the talks, no doubt their effort go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
For now I'll take one that's brand new, cause
If only Wiley was here to advise me on what to do next. Please, hurry. I fear for the...
Show your worker shove off.
I assure you these traitors haven't factored us into their equations. Ready to be the hole in their math?
I am 100% certain that his tensile strength is marginally greater than our combined weight. Probably.
Wait, look! Someone just came up via the lift. It must be unlocked.
I swear, the more he talks, the more pain it makes me want to inflict on his person.
Let us know that nothing occurs without a catalyst. Today, we are that catalyst. Setting into motion the future.
Threat detected.
Your Wiley
Resorting to violence. Ratcheting up my aggression.
My life or avenge my death.
Now, a catchy pitch for Auntie's products you simply live with.
I'm alive.
Who
needs to die?
Is responsible for dumping several pounds of dander into the local atmosphere each pollination cycle. Multiply that by the dozens surrounding most settlements and the many other flowering megaflora native to the colony, and you have a recipe for gunky eye, goop lung, post-nasal flooding, and worse. Unless you've stockpiled Falderall's mollifying demulcent. An easeful release from Arcadian allergens of all kinds. Use Falderall's mollifying demulcent and breathe easy once again. Falderall, the most trusted name in
Found another one.
exoangiogenics.
Damn it.
Mobilize.
Extensive damage, Commander.
And the taste you can't top from the first to the very last. Try bubblegum slims. Try bubblegum slims. Rich,
Proceed to attack.
Those junction boxes.
the pack or the case. It's the bubbly perk that will pick up your pace.
Look familiar. The N-ray scanner should show how they're wired.
Bubblegum Slims today. Ba-doo-wop, ba-yada-bop, ba-doo-bop, doo-wop, ba-yada-da-da-da-doo.
Grand Architect's perspiring breath. Armed conflicts are not the inevitable. Oh, and I suppose we're going to pretend the second pillar doesn't exist. I must have just imagined reading Alfred Long's 75 Thesis on Determinism then.
Anchorites, be warned. Any conversation with these two may prove pedantic.
You're in luck. I just finished my third reread of it. Chapter 47 is a real treat. When we're finished speaking, I'll put it in the collection drawer. But do take care with it, especially around the bath. We lose more good books that way. Our lives are predestined, ipso facto, actually. An outside opinion might be useful at this juncture. Our current topic is, and how do you predetermine the harm of action against the harm of inaction? We make those estimates all the time. That's the whole reason we employ seers. We're going in circles again. If only we had access to the materials we requested, perhaps we could settle this debate.
And a taste you can't top. From that first smooth inhale to the very last. Try bubblegum slims. Bubblegum slims.
I need the book, only real numbers. The casual. And I require Archivist Mahler's. I'd also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when their work goes missing. Much appreciated.
From the boardroom to the bottom rung, this is Wireless Free Arcadia, official frequency of Auntie's Choice.
Salutations, Arcadia. Auntie Cleo here with a direct message to all Protectorate subjects listening in. I'm afraid you've been fed a lot of hooey about all of us at Auntie's Choice. Your so-called superiors would have you believe we're unscrupulous interlopers intent on stealing the very bread off your plate. Tut-tut! No! Nothing could be farther from the truth. Listen to your auntie. They say they offer you direction, meaning, purpose. We say that's a fancy way of stating you're their slave. They say you're part of a community. We say you're just part of the herd. At Auntie's Choice, we respect the individual. We're providers, liberators, spreading free trade and self-government throughout the galaxy. As the head of our corporation, I'm here to tell you personally. It's never too late to rebrand and start anew. Join us. Embrace freedom. Revel in choice. Auntie's choice.
And now, back to it. This is one of my favorites, though admittedly I'm far from discerning.
Simpletons within it claim that all things
Round the year of 55, on old Tausheti Prime, a mile beneath the methane ice, way down in the mine, some sugar little small forgot the hatch was full. The blast knocked off the miner's block, but exposed a mother lode. Accidents happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose parts on the job. Progress.
Pardon my momentary pontification on the subject of jealousy. It is an alien concept for us in the Protectorate, where we want for nothing. Yet jealousy is a tangible thing for our enemies. Consider Guardian Estates, where wayward protected subjects have turned on their neighbors, squabbling for our scraps. Take heart. Their lives are empty and short. Even our enemies despise them. Their demise will be no surprise, all in line with the paradigm.
Stand by for further reassuring content.
Another song in an expertly curated playlist picked out explicitly for you, the Sovereign's Chosen.
When the outside tries its best to disrupt us, and the sentinels will always heed the call. It's a blessing for us here, but a curse for those who near. The sentinels for us all. When faithless subjects try to tempt us, our guardian will always make them fall. Heroes are, they're full of strength and power. Send in the sentinels for us all. Send them in, they will always win. Send in the sentinels for us all. La 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 la. When the outside tries its best to invade us, our champions will cleanse the streets. Our paradigm preserved when they fight and die and serve. Send in the sentinels for us all. Whether inside or out, there is never a doubt. Send in the sentinels for us all. Send in the sentinels for us all.
was requested by Tanuj Preminger for his neighbor Millie. Sincere thanks for informing on my family, says Tanuj. Since our latest mental refreshment, household productivity is up 0.05%. An inspiring message. If that's not the meaning of community, I don't know what is. Another beauteous melody granted by the grace of the sovereign.
It's incredible the things that we have done. How the paradigm shifted for everyone. Our progress is unmatched. No technological itch left unscratched. Is perfect, is it not? Oh, how we prevail, us above all else who fail. Success is really the only option. I cherish these thoughts of how we truly are the best. Lesser than none and better than all the rest. Perfect mind.
Investigating hot. With both eyes open.
Perfect people, perfect hearts, perfect thoughts, perfectly perfect perfection.
I'll handle this. It's the unknown variable. Recharge grenade.
Our colony is astounding. Outsiders find it confounding. How our perfection is perfect. Is it not? Perfect minds, focused and dutiful.
Look, I know this ain't gonna get to the abbot, but I have complaints that need registering anyhow. This monastery's too big for the staff we've got, and it sure seems like the scienticians and theorists here ain't fixated on keeping neat. I might just be a novice, but at 73 years of age, I have enough self-respect that I shouldn't be picking up another body's lavation towels. Still, ain't as bad as it was in Auntie's choice. But that don't mean it's good. I just ask you folks to remember that there's more of importance out here than just your numbers.
This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Social guidance and approved messaging, punctuated by acceptable music.
Don't forget, our unthinking compliance lets the paradigm run with flawless efficiency. Unthinking is essential. Unthink today. Unthink tomorrow. Unthink forever. Well, that, as they say, is that. What's next? The following song was composed.
Keep Riley's blood. Eliminate the target.
Well, this is quite modest. Very simple and austere. Can hardly guess who lives here.
The good abbot's intent on distracting himself from the misery of existence with worldly goods never works.
last word on superior Protectorate products.
Fulfilling your Protectorate duties shouldn't get in the way of 3 nourishful meals a day. Seek instant sustenance with Prestige Borstloaf. Only the purest natural ingredients, congealed into an appealing loaf shape. So it's ready to eat, with or without heat. Prestige Borstloaf. It's contentment in a can.
Such perfect products, the envy of our rivals. But let's not gloat. Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
All system is supplied, the best ever to be had. It's perfection perfected. Our paradigm is ironclad. To do your job is a virtue. Every part is a call, and every subject ensures a glorious bounty for all.
The stalwart agent arrives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice for you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene. If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror. But how could you call yourself an Earth Directorate agent if you allowed that to transpire?
As if we'd fall for their stalling tactics just to watch these poor fools die slowly and horribly, mangled like punch cards. What were we talking about again? Definitely not. We should be the only ones killing hostages around here.
Like the cut of your jib. Hard way it is then.
Normally I'd suggest picking the lock on that safe, but it looks to be rigged to that ridiculous level of above.
It's only then that we prevail as one perfect union.
Unfriendly company.
Diminishing range to target.
Sanctioned wireless. Source for wholesome melodies and inspiring reports on community goings on.
Fellow wake the rug sprats and
to serve as the caretaker of worlds when he is in fact infallible. Guided by the paradigm of the matriarch's own immaculate bloodline, protecting us all, providing abundance, freeing us from want or worry.
So right, Consul. Forgive me for misspeaking. I'm just a little awestruck by your presence here in the studio.
Oh, Prudence, I would never aid mental refreshment for one small lapse. 2, 3, of course. I do enjoy our folksy chats, but I must get back to it.
Now, on to other matters. More music to aid in your earnest rumination of portentous societal responsibilities.
After several days, months, and even years, nothing fills my heart with joy like turning in my peers. Everything is meant to be aligned and working well. Nobody should fall behind, lest I'm the one to tell. They believe to make an effort and a test, calmly speaking to authority at their behest. Glancing through the cracks and spaces round the door frame, keeping tabs and notes on people can be like a game. Celebrate the good ones, turn in those who stole. It should be no simple thing to do. Be the merry one who makes the call. Celebrate the submissive who stick to their routine. It should be no simple thing to do. Turning in your relatives, your friends, your peers, and more. Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for.
Way to get the ball rolling.
Repulsing them will only help improve their dedication. If you see a person with questions much too deep, go and tell on them while they are peacefully asleep. Celebrate the good ones, turn in those who stole. It should be no simple thing to do. The merry one who makes the call. Celebrate the people who stick to their routine. It should be no simple thing to do. Turning in your relatives, your friends, your peers, and more. Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for. Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for. Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for.
This laborious exercise is obviously intended to consume precious time.
Protectorate sanctioned wireless. Essential listening for all subjects. Attention, all subjects. The paradigm acknowledges the importance of joyous celebration of victory over base disruption, allowing for radical realignment of the system. So join your neighbors now in wanton merriment to commemorate the staggering loss of life that has occurred in Westport. The craven town, poisoned by corporatist trespassers, lies in ruins after our courageous agents sent the Vox relay station crashing upon it. Another great Protectorate victory. Another great Protectorate victory whose outcome was always assured.
Well then, moving on.
Our station offers only the best in music for Protectorate subjects. It's your due, because our way is superior to others.
Every day I am giving
deserves all your love. Every day he's uplifting, keeping us safe and carefree. I know this is the case. Give him your grace. The Sovereign deserves all your love. Love him because he loves you. Love him is the least you must do. I want for nothing, come what may. I stoke my devotion, have not gone astray. I'm a good neighbor, I do all I can. That is my great sovereign's loving plan. That's why I love my sovereign. That's why I love my sovereign. That's why we love our sovereign. My heart belongs to the sovereign, and the first sovereign before him. With Rome in my heart for the matriarch, whose bloodline bestowed their perfection. I trust, I breathe for my neighbors. I hate, I watch in his way. I know I am right, he's our shining light. The sovereign deserves all your love. Love him and he will love you. Love him, that's all we must do. I want for nothing, come what may. I stoke my devotion, have not gone astray. I'm his neighbor, I do all I can. That is my great sovereign's loving plan. That's why I love my sovereign. That's why I love my sovereign. That's why I love my sovereign.
A beautiful song from a bygone era, still fresh and relevant today, like a hopeful dream trapped in amber. Here's one you're absolutely sure to enjoy. A Protectorate prescribed favorite. protects, the Protectorate provides. Consider our automech harvesters in the outskirts of Guardian Estates, working day and night to top our larder with wholesomely delicious nutrition. Sleep soundly, knowing these contraptions are under our complete control. Sections full. None
Padre would appreciate. Hey, body's not even cold yet. Show a little
Your
respect.
idea is meritless, inappropriate to ponder. So don't.
And now this.
Long ago, the matriarch devised the paradigm plan to support a bounteous life for all Protectorate subjects. From the tender fillet in your latest meal.
You're dropping crime.
Combatant scan. On whom exactly? Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Logical balance.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Check your scopes for
Hostilities are again afoot.
I have a fix on their weaknesses. Combatant scan. I have a fix on their weaknesses. I'm alive. Who needs to die? Oh, we're definitely bringing this back to the ship. Old thing could use a touch of melodrama. Ratcheting up my enemy spotted. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Next, a small sampling of Protectorate
Approaching target violence. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
thoroughly enriching. Let's continue. Here's a song for you to enjoy while you solemnly reflect your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
Huh? Investigating hostile well-intentioned. Check your scope, sir. Combatant analysis. Consider self...
Navigating tornado.
Abundant entertainment delivered with acceptably reassuring vocal inflection. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless.
Neighbors, cease all leisure activities. Our sovereign is here with another cupboard full of wisdom with his golden bestowment. Report anyone sees this broadcast.
My dear subjects, I speak to you personally in this time of conflict because I know my voice brings you comfort. Yet those who trespass against us are no cause for concern. I must now return my focus to loftier matters of state, but I entrust my counsel to speak on the war effort and put all of your minds at ease. Consul Thoreau?
Thank you, Sovereign. Neighbors, fear not the corporatists at our gates. They present no threat to our way of life.
Who doesn't appreciate a good
Those turncoats in the Order. Our enemies covet our abundance. Such
orrery?
as a rabid wolf.
Worthless people, that's who.
When the people hunger for more, they will cut down their own brethren to sate their appetites. If we are to continue building the great perfection we've set our hearts and minds to, we cannot abide even a crack in our foundation. That is all it takes for such scourge to work its way in. Vigilance is a virtue. Be wary of trespassers. Their ideologies can be corrosive to the vital cogs in our clockwork. More than ever, remain watchful of your neighbors. Better to be safe than seditious. Report any odd behaviors. My sentinels are never far, always watching, always listening.
Well, that, as they say, is that. What's next? As Eden offers a plenitude of natural resources, our station presents a profusion of pleasing melodies, like this one.
Here at the end of it all, it was worth it. No hesitation, no indecision. Taking my final breath in the name of it. My sacrifice for the matriarch's vision. Embracing mortality tests my morality. Sure, the paradigm's planned without pause. It's an honor and a gift when I'd wish for all who live. It's a privilege to die for the cause. And when I soon slip away, I'll be peaceful. Thoughts of my neighbors safe at home grinning. They will remember how I reported them tirelessly through to my last days and from the beginning. Knowing my heart, my brain, and consistency serve the paradigm's plan without pause. It's an honor and a gift when I'd wish for all who live. It's a privilege to die for the cause. Finally, I've found purpose in life.
I cannot believe Clemens fell for whatever half-baked argument you managed to cobble together. That imbecile. And Svoboda. I thought her more capable. You may have bested my peers, but they were never my equal anyway. And neither are you. You took so long, I was beginning to think my little puzzle actually stumped you.
Goes on and on. Oh, nearly forgot. Eaten by enemy raptor dawn.
Oh, I think my average walking speed will suffice once I've finished dispatching you. You seem confused. Allow me to delineate on the totality of your failure. Saving the hostages delayed you just long enough for me to complete my work. I was able to transmit not only the coordinates for the peace talks, but also the station's security protocols, giving Augustine control over its automechanicals. She has everything.
It's a privilege to die.
I trust you're not implying something untoward between us. The Order has been dislocated from its ideals, becoming the opposite of all they espouse. DeVries and I are merely providing a necessary realignment.
All I hear is empty bluster from an amateur schemer whose only success so far is failing loudly at a sloppy plan. This slapdash takeover of yours is graceless and rushed and reeks of ineptitude and desperation. In my day, we did these things with considerable more efficiency and panache.
And who are you, exactly?
Refreshment process. That's why we are all...
Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor, Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
The endpoint. No. The improbability of you interrupting my plans at this singular moment beggars belief.
Our aims are so similar, I'd almost consider joining you. Had you not proven yourself such bumbling fools, dragging me into your mess. Consider how much uncertainty has been introduced into your equations. Can you have any confidence in your predictions at this point?
What in the architect's computational summary are you on about? This proves nothing, except your willingness to trespass into other people's correspondence, and Joseph's inability to express himself clearly in the written form. I can't conceive of a reason why my survival should matter to you.
Only the vainly short-sighted undermine their own future.
However, as a matter of professional curiosity, let's entertain the hypothetical. I stand down. Then what? None of this is going according to my calculations. I certainly failed to predict your attempt to negotiate. I knew you had another strategy. Now I will show you mine.
I'll handle this. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
such an effortless reprieve. Since that day, my thoughts have never
I have grown
been
worried.
danger.
I have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time. I imagine you would have relayed any pertinent information by now. I fear this bodes ill. Without him, our only option is a direct assault. A risky proposition, to be sure. The last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. And so it falls on you to seize back that control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the monastery. When it is done, I will send further instruction. You have my trust. See that it is not misplaced. I'm much obliged for your tireless work. With this knowledge of Greater Tranquility Substation and its security codes, our plans for the peace talks can finally be spurred into motion. However, without Archivist Clemens and his explosives at our disposal, we've no choice but to proceed with our contingency plan. A direct assault. Though the codes will allow me control of the automechs on the station, we best accept now that more lives may be lost than previously assumed. Yet we must act unflinchingly.
Consider
To fail
Guardian
now would mean
Estates,
the end
where
of
wayward
everything.
protectorate subjects have turned on their neighbors, squabbling for our scraps. Take heart. Their lives are empty and short. Even our enemies despise them. Their demise will be no surprise, all in line with the paradigm.
Stand by for further reassuring content.
Next up, music to invigorate your mind, so you can serve the greater good at a brisk pace, with a true adherence zeal.
We should get ourselves to those peace talks post-haste, Commander. Wouldn't want to miss out on any of the mayhem and carnage.
Agent, over here. I assume you had a chance to speak with Landon. That is, Seer Wiley. I appreciate the sentiment, but there is now ample evidence disproving that fact. The truth is, I held Wiley back. I kept him from advancing for my own selfish gains by spreading lies and false concern over his competence behind his back. If I had not thwarted his ambitions... No. Those hypotheticals are best considered in private, I think. Yes. Better to focus on our gains than our losses. My colleague's survival is something worth celebrating. I won't keep you. Thank you for your assistance in reclaiming the monastery. Regrettable though the outcome with Seer Wiley turned out to be. I had intended to offer you access to one of our experimental weapons, but it seems you already helped yourself to it. You always do seem a step ahead of me. May all your future endeavors proceed in accordance to the plan. Ah, my agent. I just had word from one of Anti's choicest commanders that you have been of some assistance to them. Through your efforts, we may yet see peace. You've lessened the load on my mind considerably, and you have the Order's gratitude. Go with the plan.
I don't know what you're complaining about. We emerged totally unscathed.
Hold it all. I told
requires routine lubrication. Stave off wear and tear with your regular allotment of Moderation Vodka. It's the perfect libation to imbibe in celebration of daily service done well. Moderation Vodka, distilled with zeal, intriguing items.
Excellent timing. We're nearly finished reviewing the materials you brought us. Oh, well now, this is unexpected. The arguments in this text seem to have highlighted a teleological flaw I fear my own argument shares. You too, huh? Under certain conditions, de-escalation becomes impossible, leading to negative outcomes, including outright annihilation. An annihilated entity cannot advance the plan.
But maybe annihilation itself serves a purpose we're simply unaware of. You were right before. Participating in a war only produces an entropic feedback loop.
Interesting. Unless I'm mistaken, you advocated just the opposite at the start.
Given your stance, I expect you'll want armor over a weapon. You can retrieve it from the same drawer where you deposited our research materials.
We appreciate your time. If you have a spare 4 hours, feel free to stay and observe our period of silent, sustained reading. Otherwise, until we next confer.
This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Social guidance and approved messaging, punctuated by acceptable music.
Prudence dictates. Our betters always know best, which is why our trusted consul now joins us to share his unvarnished knowledge of a painful topic, the traitorous Order.
My fellow Arcadians, it is well known that the Order of the Ascendant abandoned us when corporatist invaders arrived in Arcadia. Yet why? The roots of their betrayal reach deep. To when Ruth Bassar ascended to presiding bishop. She was jealous of the zeal our sovereign instills in his faithful subjects. Bassar's envy heralded a shift in Order priorities. A dereliction of scientific duty to pursue more selfish ambitions. The tumult of invasion gave them an opportunity to abandon us. Their contributions were always exaggerated. They practiced junk scientism in the name of hokum, grand plans, universal equations, ignoring the guiding light of our paradigm, which always foretold. The gulf between Protectorate faithful and the Order. In truth, those math worshippers didn't abandon us. We left them to rot in their own overwrought.
Thank the architect. I knew you'd be back. Well, really, it was the seer that knew, but it is always nice to have his predictions confirmed.
On the perfection of
My thanks, stranger. Probability is on our side. The seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not read it, for my intervention could only throw probability into disarray. Now, take the datapad, with my thanks. How can I be of service? I can tend to your injuries, provided you have the bits to compensate me for my time and skill. Many thanks. Now, hold still. You might experience some momentary discomfort. Right as rain. Now, will there be anything else?
Since the schism, all those poor people, so many dead, places falling apart.
Protectorate sanctioned practice. Friends and neighbors. We want for nothing. All of us. Protectorate Protectorate provides. Our automatic harvesters in the outskirts of Garden.
Have a fix on their weaknesses.
And night.
Wasn't intentional.
Sleep soundly, knowing these contraptions are under our complete control, keeping our bellies full. None have been commandeered by desperate rapscallions. The very idea is meritless, inappropriate to ponder. So don't.
Well then, moving on.
More music to aid in your earnest rumination of portentous societal responsibilities.
Our system is sublime. The best ever to be had. It's perfection perfected. Our paradigm is ironclad. To do your job is a virtue. Every part is a call, and every subject ensures a glorious bounty for all. To inform on your neighbor is thoughtful. If their zeal shows deficiency, quick mental tune-ups may be all that they need to resume peak efficiency. You're the center of our system. You're what fuels our mighty flames. Successes and failures, even when you're to blame.
Proceeding to attack. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Check your scope.
This is Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. Essential listening for all subjects. It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitatement, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. And now this.
Another song in an expertly curated playlist picked out explicitly for you, the Sovereign's Chosen.
Look out, Commander! Don't make me avenge you!
Here's a song for you to enjoy while you
Hostilities are
your
afoot.
sworn duty to our idyllic society.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Perfection is perfect. Is it not? Oh, how we prevail, above all else who fail. Success is really the only option. I cherish these thoughts of how we truly are the best. Lesser than none and better than all the rest. Perfect minds, focused and dutiful. Perfect plans for perfect people. Perfect cogs and perfect thoughts. Perfectly perfect perfection. Perfect minds, focused and dutiful. Perfect plans for perfect people. Perfect cogs and perfect thoughts. Perfectly perfect perfection. It's incredible, the automechs. How they aid us and never make a fuss. Our colony is astounding. Outsiders find it unfound.
Mobilizing. Enemy spotted.
Perfect minds, focused perfect thoughts, perfectly perfect perfection.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
And leave the thinking to us. This is everyone's neighbor, Prudence, on Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Friends and neighbors, we want for nothing. All of us. The Protectorate protects. The Protectorate
Combatant scanned.
Consider our Autobot harvesters in the outskirts of Guardian Estates, working day and night to top our larder with wholesomely delicious nutrition. Sleep soundly, knowing these contraptions are under our complete control, keeping our bellies. None have been harmed here by rapscallions.
I've been known to hold a grudge, you know.
Ponder, so don't. Another beauteous melody granted by the grace of the Sovereign. shells make them incredibly dangerous.
A difficult animal to approach, let alone try to eat.
At least in the past. For now, by the grace of the Sovereign, I bestow upon you perilous indulgence crabble cakes.
Our fearless team of culinary professionals employed Dragoon automechanicals to overcome the creatures, crack their dense carapace, then scoop out the soft, delicate goodness inside. Don't have to.
It's higher in protein and lower in calories than beef, so a responsible way to stay healthy for the Protectorate. And now one no longer has to fret about being trampled or clawed in twain to get it.
Perilous indulgence crabble cakes. Doing your duty for society has never been so delicious.
Such perfect products, the envy of our rivals. But let's not gloat. As Eden offers a plenitude of natural resources, our station presents a profusion of pleasing melodies. Like this one.
Proceedings have a fix on their weaknesses.
I trust in his name. I know sovereign deserves all the love. He's uplifting, keeping us safe and carefree. I know this is the case. Give him your grace. Sovereign deserves love. Love him because he loves you. Love him the least you must do. I want nothing, come what may. I stoke my devotion, have not gone astray. I'm a good neighbor, I do all I can. That is my great sovereign's loving plan.
Well, that hill's not going to climb itself.
That's why I love my sovereign.
Investigating hostile intentions. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Recharge for mayhem! Sharp enough. Hostile nearby. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Combatant scan.
I thought we were going to have to just enjoy a nice hike without getting to kill anyone.
Love him, that's all we must do. I want for nothing, come what may. I stoke my devotion, have not gone astray. I'm a good neighbor, I do all I can. That is my great loving plan. That's why I love my sovereign. That's why I
Gather round the receiver, neighbors. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless, your trusted source for wholesome melodies and inspiring reports on community goings-on.
Dear neighbors, gather round the wireless for this multi-part chat with a man possessing a commanding yet comforting vocal timbre, Emery Thoreau, more simply known as the Consul. Greetings, Consul. Now you are more than just our beloved sovereign's dear friend. You are his right hand.
Not quite his right hand, Prudence. his firm hand. I enforce his benevolence.
And you enforce it so faithfully. I'm sure I speak for all subjects when I say thank you for your service. It must be such a burden.
Not at all. I have help from the Sentinels, of course. All subjects rest easy knowing these agents walk hidden among us, forever vigilant for despoilers of our perfect life. I have bestowed them with the authority to serve and protect all faithful subjects. Only wrongdoers have anything to fear. Thus my Sentinels free me to fulfill my own purpose.
A purpose we've kept you from overlong. Thank you for inspiring us, Consul. Before you go, might I ask you to sing a bit of Gloria Arcadia in your
I'll handle this.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Taking position so I can take the Adrenaton.
Looks a mite picked clean, doesn't it? Ratcheting up my own range.
Reloading so I can
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Let's let them cry!
Target analyzed. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Broadcasting reassuring programming in line with the paradigm. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Fellow subjects, pardon my momentary pontification on the subject of jealousy. It is an alien concept in the Protectorate where we want for nothing. Jealousy is a tangible thing for our enemies. Consider Guardian Estates, where wayward Protectorate subjects have turned on their neighbors, squabbling for our scraps. Take heart. Their lives are empty and short. Our enemies despise them. Their demise will be no surprise. All in line with the paradigm.
Stand by for further reassuring content.
Our station offers only the best in music for
Tramicular.
subjects.
Always fun to say, isn't it? Tramicular.
Is superior to others.
I just had a thought. I'm really not supposed to. Sadly, though it seems my thoughts lie free.
There we go. I knew it was up there. Knew that
I'm
it was up
acting
there.
without reason. You know exactly what. You're a good citizen. You're good. At your head, you know what we should do. We're up to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Be fun and worry-free as one big family. We're up to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. I feel so much lighter. I can't wait to revitalize the mind with what we are told. Told is the one truth, no need for more proof. You know exactly what to do. You're a good citizen, you're not you. Pack your bags, you know what we should do. We're up to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Be fun and worry-free as one big family. We're up to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Stomping out ideas, reporting on your peers. Support the sovereign's vision, no need for your decision. And since we're finally thought free and we're feeling proud, now that we boldly speak, say thoughts aloud. Blissfully empty, da-da-do.
What's up, buddy? Yeah?
Bumbling along, even if we've got nothing to say. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Be fun and worry-free as one big family. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed.
By the way, this is propaganda radio. Protectorate sanctioned wireless.
Of the Ascendant. In times of peril, remind yourself, contentment is found by accepting your role in the grand plan. Understanding your place, knowing your course, removes all worry and doubt. And now a song from a composer predicted to have 3 well-liked melodies and become allergic to water this year.
My. Monumentally impractical. And garishly tacky.
Plus the F minus 2 in all cases that we know. Starting where so low. Now you know just what to do. Start the cycle, here's the cue. It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely.
This window. Go like it. These strangers. So rip them out, shatter them, transfer them with ourselves.
Yes!
Either restore my life or avenge my death. Who needs to die?
The Fibonacci sequence is a sequence in which each number is equal to two preceding ones. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 13, 55, 1, 44, and so on and so forth.
There is a strange sort of humor in the onset of the first war in Arcadia's history, within a few days of my being assigned here. As far from protectorate society as possible, Golden Ridge suffers under an invading force, and moreover, it appears that our Order colleagues have betrayed us. At first, I lamented my isolation, but I've realized I was where I needed to be of service. The scores of abandoned subjects need a leader. I have enlisted the staff at these estates to help accept the first influx of still loyal Protectorate refugees. More shall come. I shall lead them out of the shadows and into the light. For the good of the Protectorate. This is my calling.
By desperate pharmaceutical-addled, chemically dehanced societal cast-offs who have succumbed to a life of pilferage and plunder. Auntie's choice troops have been espied bivouacked in trenches crisscrossing the highlands. And although a ceasefire exists, a healthy degree of circumspection remains advised. Newly introduced invasive species deposited here by Auntie's choice have been determined to be territorial, toothsome, and aggressive. Travelers are instructed to closely monitor their surroundings at all times whilst peregrinating outside inhabited areas. Those choosing to heed said forewarnings are predicted to have a 14.7% higher chance of survival.
In closing, a potentially incongruent word of advice. Invariably find a way to turn your negatives into positives.
Continuing as predetermined. Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues? Visit your local predictory.
The color of space, a chromospectral analysis. When asked about the average color of space, the famous stellar cartographer Newton Otisgard replied, with no hesitation, beige. To experienced lumen astronomers, his answer was the expected one. But I can already hear the obtuse listener bleating, with their faces contorted into a rictus of ignorance. Wouldn't the average color be black or white, or simply a shade of gray? No. No, it would not. The answer is rooted in the science of how hot objects absorb and emit light, which answers the ancillary mystery of why there are no green stars. To understand all this, you must understand the basics of thermal divarication emission theory. The typical piece of non-heated matter absorbs most electromagnetic radiation that falls upon it, including light, infrared, and radio emissions. And the matter reflects only a small portion of that radiation. The visible part of that reflection is its color. However, most stellar objects generate far more radiation than they absorb, so they can be modeled as an idealized object, which is assumed to absorb 100% of all electromagnetic radiation and re-emit some based on its temperature and composition. Stellar composition determines what packets of light will be emitted, while stellar temperature determines the frequency of light and hence what portion of the spectrum that light is in. Low temperature emission is mostly infrared and not visible to us without proper instrumentation, which I need not describe here. As the stellar body's temperature increases, its emitted light shifts up into visible light through red, into orange, then yellow, then white. Even rare blue stars exist. These are the hottest stars, emitting mostly blue and invisible ultraviolet light. So why are there no green stars, you wonder? I would think the listeners could easily draw this trivial conclusion for themselves. But if I must... It's because any star emitting green light also emits bluish and or reddish light too, resulting in a non-green star. There is no naturally occurring star composition that emits solely packets of green light. In fact, such a composition itself would constitute evidence for intelligent interference, and no such evidence of any kind has ever been detected. Let's get back to Newton Odescard, the famous stellar photographer. The methodology of the Odescard's chromospectral survey was straightforward. He partitioned his astronomical field of view into grids, then tagged each object in every grid. He ignored empty regions, as black would only dim the color and not change its fundamental hue. The light from every galaxy, star, nebula, and quasar was gathered and fed into a central tabulator for computation. The subsequent spectral analysis produced a final answer to within 0.5% of the predicted value. And that result was beige. More specifically, in the cylindrical coordinate model of color space, the hue is 42 degrees, while the saturation is near 9%, and the value is a full 100%. In more novice terms, while the color tends towards white, the addition of a variety of reds and some blues results in a more beige color. And there you go. So go forth, neophytes. And as you study your lessons, stare at the nondescript walls of your library, classroom, or dormitory facility and exult in the knowledge that beige is also the color of the universe.
As was long since foreordained, that song was requested by the Department of Predictive Analysis and Auspication.
Warning, the following song mentions some actions that are improper, something your friends should never be.
Do not worry when things become complicated. Went to school and studied and matriculated. No need
Daddy's Choice. Where nature ends, we begin.
Yes, well, enough of that, I suppose.
This one goes to all those aspiring to climb the rungs of their department. May you ascend swiftly through talent and God.
There was a lonesome boy with a hapless frown, whose luck spun down when empty came to town. A marketeer who spotted a kid with nothing to lose. Offered the boy a deal that he couldn't refuse. Yes, and he welcomes you with arms open wide, and all you got is the dotted line. The boy signed up, didn't hesitate. Anything to rid him of his popularity. The marketeer said, "Okay, we'll start right away. The first trick of the trade, let no one get in your way. No rules, no oversight, no ethics."
Proceeding to attack. Oh,
Hello, you see. Cut the profit. The joy of blazing fast. Well, make it proud. Well, good if that means well.
I have a combat and scan.
Nothing does hold a grudge, you know. When you do your business, laser further than anything goes. Hello, you sell how you profit more. You cut the cost, you raise your price and profit soar. The joy of blazing fair. Oh, you know it well. Making Auntie proud. Well, wouldn't that be swell? Come on, Cat, let's go! Let's change it up now. Now he's a winsome man with a charming smile. Sell a diet toothpaste with impeccable style. The perfect store. Yes, you can contribute to Auntie's family. And if it worked for him, then it can work for you. You could be the next Auntie's favorite nephew. You buy low, you sell high, you profit more. You cut the cost, you raise your price and profit soar. The joy of landing fair. Oh, you know it well. Making Auntie proud. Well, wouldn't that be swell? Come on, Cat, let's go one more time.
Mobilizing. Lay down fire! Combatant scanned. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Perfect for breakfast or an afternoon treat. Straight from the bar.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Target analyzed. Lay down fire!
Purple Berry Crunch is for you and for me. And as always, it is parasite free.
You're listening to Wireless Free Arcadia for music, entertainment, and the latest from the front lines. Sponsored by Auntie's Choice, improving lives through unfettered free trade and unbridled self-betterment. An important update regarding the attack on Outpost Opportunity. The Order of the Ascendants claims have been proven correct. They were, in fact, not responsible. Outside agitators were apparently attempting to frame the Order in hopes of rekindling hostilities between us. But we were much too cautious and level-headed this time. Other outside parties, presumably less agitating, reportedly outed these malefactors and brought these matters to an appropriate close. Hope no employees listening shot anyone from the Order while it was being resolved, which you'll recall we explicitly forbade earlier. If you did, and any Order representatives are listening, we can offer our standard regrets and apologies bouquet assortment delivered to the homes of any surviving loved ones. Alternately, we could just leave a dozen or so outside one of our local field offices for you to collect and distribute yourselves. In fact, we'd actually prefer that. Assuming by your silence, that's okay. Lovely, let's do that. Ta! Now, on to other things. This one reminds me of the morning we drove the Protectorate from Fairfield. A good day for freedom and fair trade.
message to all Protectorate subjects listening in. I'm afraid you've been fed a lot of hooey about all of us at Auntie's Choice. Your so-called superiors would have you believe we're unscrupulous interlopers intent on stealing the very bread off your plate. Tut-tut! No! Nothing could be farther from the truth. Listen to your auntie. They say they offer you direction, purpose. We say, fancy way of stating, you're their slave. They say you're part of a community. We say you're just part of the herd. At Auntie's Choice, we respect the individual. We're providers, liberators, spreading free trade and self-betterment throughout the galaxy. As the head of our corporation, I'm here to tell you personally, it's never too late to rebrand and start anew. Join us, embrace freedom, revel in choice. Auntie's Choice.
And now, back to it. This is one of my favorites, though admittedly I'm far from discerning. That last selection has been scientifically proven to increase productivity, improve morale, and soothe all manner of mental maladies.
I'm going to lend a hand at this glue.
At least in the lab. Not responsible for night sweats, abnormal
By
bone growth, or
calculating the
prolonged
position of
glossolalia.
every atom.
This one always makes me pretend I have the sun in my eyes.
Drink it down.
Pick it up, tip it up, plug it down.
It's Fizzos, Fizzos.
Go on.
We love Fizzos.
Take care now. Here?
Red and green and black and blue.
Milky white and orange too.
Yellow, even violet.
Spectrum makes you smile, yeah.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down. Pick it up, tip it up, plug it down. It's Fizzos, Fizzos. We love Fizzos, Fizzos. Spectrum Vodka.
The Grand Plan is the predetermined order to the entire universe. We can predict that.
1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81% occupied. I haven't any time for idle chatter, but I...
You crave more colors through the gauntlet down.
Now Spectre Vodka comes in brown.
All the colors, don't overthink it.
Step it back and drink it, drink it.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down. Pick it up, glug it down. It's Fizzos, Fizzos. We love Fizzos, Fizzos. Spectrum Vodka.
Ruth Bassar is the first among equals of the Laureate Council.
Drink it, drink it, drink it.
She will raise humanity.
Pick it up, tip it up, plug it down.
It's Fizzos, Fizzos. We love Fizzos, Fizzos. Spectrum Vodka. It's Fizzos, Fizzos. We love Fizzos.
And now it's available in mysterious murky brown.
Fizzos, Spectrum Vodka.
You're tuned to wireless free Arcadia for merry melodies and prevailing conditions on the battlefield. Brought to you by Auntie's Choice.
She's just the best choice. It's Auntie's choice.
Building a better Eden, where the skilled and imaginative may rise. Why settle when you can thrive? As a protectorate subject considering a better life with Auntie's Choice, you might be wondering, what's in it for me exactly?
Why, everything! Risks with rewards, ambition without limits, food with flavor. It's a lot to take in. We're here to help for a modest service fee. Ask about our installment plan. To ensure your transition from subservient thraldom to unmitigated freedom is a positive one, you'll be...
Alright, hold on a sec. Hold on, buddy.
Given instruction on how to integrate into your new, improved, and more profitable life. You'll learn how to earn, how to exchange labor for currency, and currency for food, shelter, and medical care. No such thing as a free lunch or treatment for a compound fracture.
And you'll find a growing population of dewy-eyed protectorate defectors just like you, who can help ease you into the integration process.
So don't worry. You'll have months to acquire the skills and know-how our hungry and ambitious populace have mastered over a lifetime.
Now, upward and onward. Now, here's a song to take your mind off your worries. Unless you're being hunted by a pack of Raptidons or some such.
Alright, that's it for me for now. Got a couple side requests, but
with the hapless
I'll finish up
whose
next
luck
time. And I'm gonna do Battlefield 6 tomorrow. Got some stuff I need to work on. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.
A deal daddy couldn't refuse. Yes, Auntie welcomes you with arms open wide. And no, you got